Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching. As always, the sites get free of charge by the adverts you're seeing around the screen. So when you come back and use the site, use the adverts, that's what keeps us free of charge. So thank you for doing that. This is an early hours of Sunday morning update for you. Recording this at 10 past midnight. Been waiting for the models to come in. It's been a very busy day. We've been advising clients all day about the upcoming cooler weather that's on its way, and this is the first opportunity I've had to record a video for you, so my apologies for it being late, but this is kind of Sunday's update earlier, I guess, now. Just want to bring you up to date on the cooler weather that's ahead, and it's kind of got me thinking about whether I've got to upgrade my prediction of cooler conditions. Indications are that it's going to go cold, but as I blogged earlier on the musings, I don't like jumping around from model run to model run, but we're starting to get some consistency now in the idea of conditions turning potentially cold rather than into the cooler category, and we probably do now need to be on watch for quite a snap of winter, although nothing extraordinary, just an ordinary snap of winter weather. It's just that it is starting to look cooler than it did some time ago. This is the temperature graph from the GFS ensemble, and it's kind of this period here, the 10th, 11th, that we're watching at the moment for turning cooler. You see how we kind of keep these milder conditions here going through until about the 9th, which is taking us through to the middle part of this week, and then on the 10th, as we get in towards Thursday, we see this dip off in temperatures getting cooler, but again nothing extraordinary. But it's kind of from here, it's from about the 11th or 12th onwards that temperatures start to take a dip. These are the temperatures for London. You see them running through there at about 3 degrees by then, by the time we're getting into the coming weekend. And if we just look at other cities across the UK, then you'll notice here that kind of Glasgow is well down in it. Look, we're really down to maxes of 2s and 3s here in Glasgow. What else have we got on here? Well, we got, for example, Manchester. There's the temperature dip for Manchester, and seeing it in Birmingham too. And probably what's building my idea about the cooler weather and potential for the revised cool to cold forecast is the ECMWF. The ECMWF has consistently been performing well during recent weeks, and when that starts to produce forecasts of cold, you've kind of got to sit up and listen to some extent. And this is where it's seen the 850 temperatures. These are at 5,000 feet, and 850 temperatures are pretty good as a guide as to how the temperature profile at the surface might shape up. And this is from the ECMWF operational. You see, here we are today. We've got temperatures at sort of 9-10 degrees at 850. By the time we get to the 9th of January, we're looking at temperatures of around about 4 degrees. So this is Wednesday the 9th. So this Wednesday, and then we're breaking the 0 degree mark on the 10th, so on Thursday. And then really, I mean, what we look at as meteorologists for cold is kind of here is the -5 line, which is running through here on these charts. And once we're below that, it feels pretty damn raw, and it looks as if that's probably going to take place on the 12th. So that's on Saturday, this coming Saturday. And then we really do take a dip here. Look, we're looking at temperatures at -10 at 850 into the 13th, 14th. So that's next Sunday, Monday period. So again, you know, I've kind of got to sit up and take notice a little bit and think, well, perhaps we do go into potentially cold conditions, and it's worthwhile having a look at the ECMWF charts and just seeing what it does here. This is from the operational, and from the midday run of the operational as well. And what you notice here is this pressure pattern. Look, here's this ridge, this sharp ridge that we've got at 500 millibars. It's feeding in this mild southwesterly flow just at the moment, which is the reason we've got the milder temperatures around right now. And it's kind of setting the scene for things, because you notice how that ridge kind of just stays in place. Look, this is the 8th, so this is Tuesday. You see that ridge still in place, but notice this trough that's out here in the Atlantic, that's playing its part as well. And that's Wednesday, so there's Thursday, and you notice the change between the two there. That's Wednesday the 9th, so this coming Wednesday, and then that's the chart for Thursday. And notice what's happening here, look, is that we're getting cold air come around the top of this ridge, dig down into Europe. And what that does by the time we get in towards Thursday is it deepens this cold pool out towards the east. That then brings in more and more cold air from the north. You notice our ridge here just being squeezed and bottlenecked out of the way, and the result is that what you've got to look through is this choke off of the neck of the ridge. Pushes the ridge further north, it creates the jet to go through here, brings cold conditions, builds pressure, and that's the reason why we get the cold flow. And by the time we're getting in towards Friday, look, really we're in a cooler flow. Look, you see how the ridge has been choked off up here. Here's the flow going across the south. Look, we've got a cold pool to the east, we've got a cold pool out towards the west, and this is where conditions start to become or where the atmosphere sets itself up into cooler conditions. We probably don't feel it that much at the surface at this stage, but the atmosphere flicks itself, it kind of flicks into a cooler mode. And then this is another chart that makes me sit up and kind of watch. This is the 12th, so this is the chart for Saturday. That's low pressure down towards the south. This is a bitterly cold easterly flow that sets up. Now, what we've got to watch for here, and I'm not going to jump up and down too much about it just at the moment, is if this low does get in there, we've got to look at the risk of some sleet and snow across the south of the country, potentially across southern parts of England. I still think the main threat of snow is going to be through Northern Ireland and northern parts of England from this cold snap, and I'm not sure that this chart for Saturday is right at the moment. I doubt that it is actually, but the idea that it turns cooler probably is. And the other thing to notice as well is notice this ridge building back out towards the west. This is a block starting to develop, and if we then look on to Sunday, look, well, this chart doesn't look exactly right, but you notice what's happened again. Look, our ridge that was out here has effectively been squeezed there, the neck of it broken down here again. We get the high developing up here, we get the ridge kind of blocked through, the jet, sorry, blocked through here, pushing its way eastwards. We stick with this easterly flow, and that just brings in cooler conditions all the time, possibly even going into cold. And then by the 14th, well, things are well south of the country. Look, we're down here for the flow, we've got this cold northerly flow coming in to feed this cold pool out here. We've got another cold pool out here. We've got this ridge blocking off up towards the north. Nothing can get northwards at this stage, so really we're just in a cold flow, and it looks as if it stays that way as well into the 15th. So this is the chart for Tuesday the 15th, and by then we've got this bitter northerly flow coming down through the country, and I think really we just need to be thinking of things going into the cold stages. Now, let me qualify that a little bit. I'm not going to go for Arctic cold just at the moment, you know, an absolute really cold spell. I'm talking about it being a cold winter snap. Again, like I say, nothing out of the ordinary, but, or rather, nothing extraordinary, probably what we'd experience most winters, although of course it was very mild through the sort of early parts of the 2000s. But this could be a cold snap. Daytime temperatures, well, let's just give you some ideas. I mean, daytime temperatures in the south, we could be looking at 2 or 3 degrees, and the possibility of 1 or 2 freezing days if we get any freezing fog. Towards the north of Scotland, 1s and 2s as maximums. Overnight temperatures could be down as low as -5s, -6s, perhaps even -7s. Any snow that falls, skies clear over the top of that, we could be down to -10s, -11s. So it's a cold snap on the way, and you kind of need to be thinking in terms of average temperatures of 3 by day to perhaps an average of about -6 by night. It's that sort of order of things. So it's not desperately cold, but it's certainly cold enough, and certainly something that probably you don't want to be in too often. So, you know, we've got to be thinking of those possibilities just at the moment, and really that's where we're at for now. So early hours of Sunday morning, I shall there's my digital atmosphere going away there. Look, starting to plot up the evening chart. But for now, I shall leave you with that, and say my computer just it wants to do lots of things. Look now, I shall leave you with that, and I shall say thanks for watching, keep the sun shining, and bye for now. So And there we go, we're all done now. So I should say thanks for watching. Keep the sun shining. You see some of the inner workings, don't you, of WeatherWeb when we're doing these videos. And the reason for it, I should just explain really, the reason for it is that we've got several computers here, but the computer that we use for backup, for plotting the observations, is this one that I use for making the videos. And I think it's quite fun when it breaks in and kind of brings in the observations and shows you some of the information that goes in. We use a backup PC, you see, to do these videos. Most of the main servers in here look after the website and make sure things flow well. But at least it gives you an insight to what goes on, doesn't it? So I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks for watching. Remember, we kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. So please do use those. Come back, use the site, and I think it's probably time for bed now. And we'll see what the morning runs bring in. So thanks for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.